Hey, what's up guys and welcome back to the FCS Football channel and today's match preview for the Spurs versus Manchester United game. Now, in our last game, Manchester United, we of course beat Granada 2-0, or in our last Premier League game, we beat Brighton 2-1 in two what were very unconvincing games. We didn't play well at all in either of them games, but we got the result which we needed. Whereas Tottenham, they drew to Newcastle in what was a game which they probably dominated the majority of. But once again, like this, we've seen a lot this season with Tottenham. At the final hurdle, they tripped and they lost 2 points and only drew that game, which was a big game for them to try and get top four. Now, if we talk about the last time these two teams met, it's best that we don't. Of course, it was that 6-1 defeat to Spurs at Old Trafford. Of course, we did do a watch along for that game, and it was a mess. It was an absolute mess. That game, of course, we got Martial sent off. It was an absolute joke. After what was an incredible start in that game, obviously scoring that penalty so early on. Overall, we have to be better than that. I think we will. It was one of them games where everything that could go wrong did go wrong. And I don't expect us to be anywhere near that bad today. Anyway, so the key men for Spurs, I think we all know him. It's going to be Harry Kane and it's going to be Heung-min Son. If them two are playing at their best, Spurs are going to be a real danger. Despite what Jose Mourinho and his tactics might say, them two will score goals on their own. And if they're on form, this Spurs team is going to be a real issue for us. Now, when it comes to team news, for Spurs, Matt Doherty and Ben Davies are both apparently out. However, they're not going to be big misses for Spurs today. When it comes to Manchester United, we do have Anthony Martial and Eric Bailly out. Bailly, of course, has COVID-19. Well, he's tested positive for COVID-19, so he's sitting this one out. And Martial, of course, has that knee injury he picked up on international duty, so he will also be out. Luke Shaw and Marcus Rashford, their doubts. We know Rashford is playing with an injury. We know Shaw, he came off due to a bit of a knock against Granada. But do I expect them not to play? No, I don't. I expect them to play because that's what Ole Gunnar Solskjaer has proven and shown that he does. He doesn't care if a player is injured. He will play them regardless, as we've seen by the fact Rashford's still playing, by Lindelof plays every week. So I expect these two to be starting. And with that being said, this is the team I would play if I was Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. So I would go for David De Gea in goal. I think David De Gea should be our number one goalkeeper. He had a very good game against Granada. Didn't have much to do, but what he did do, he held really well. And look, I think he should be our number one still. So he had his warm-up game against Granada. Now I'll throw him back into the Premier League against Spurs, against what is a very good Spurs side. The back four, it's our normal back four. Wan-Bissaka, Lindelof, Maguire and Shaw. Just our best back four. The back four we've played majority of this season. And realistically, is it the best we've got available right now? Probably so. So that's my back four. The midfield double pivot, I would go for Fred and Pogba. I would go for Matic, but I think he's proven Matic isn't really in his plans anymore. And I think with Ndombele, with Lo Celso, with Højbjerg all being fit, I think that Spurs midfield can be quite dynamic. And I think you want someone like Fred who can run around and will try and make tackles and will hurry midfielders like Ndombele. So I would go for Fred alongside Pogba. Then in the front line, I would go for Rashford out on the left. Look, is he injured? Probably, but clearly Rashford is going to be playing. So if he is going to play, you play him on the left, of course. He's a danger, he's a threat, he's a match winner, he's a goal scorer. And if he's saying he's fit enough to play and Ole Gunnar Solskjaer believes him, he has to start, doesn't he? Dan James out on the right, I think he's our only proper winger, especially going to be up against Heung-min Son. He's going to be massive today for me. So, for me, Dan James out on the left, up and down, helping Wan-Bissaka. And I don't think you can go full all-out attacking against this Spurs side. I don't think you can put Greenwood out on the right and put Cavani up top. I think you do need Dan James or just that traditional winger to help both ways, and I think Dan James obviously is going to be the man to do that. Bruno at 10, Bruno Fernandes has to play. Again, match winner. He's had this team built around him. He has to play for me, Bruno Fernandes, and I've gone for Greenwood up top, to be honest. I think, I've said it since he signed really, Cavani looks best to me when he's coming off the bench. Let him do that. Let him be a man to impact games off the bench, because I think that's where we see the best of Edison Cavani. So I'm going for Greenwood up top. However, this is the team I think Ole Gunnar Solskjaer will go with. I think he actually will go with David De Gea, but at the same time, I wouldn't be surprised if we saw Dean Henderson. It's one of them. It's up in the air. I don't really mind either what happens. I would think David De Gea should be our number one, but if Dean Henderson is that, Dean Henderson, I think he's a good goalkeeper. Do I think he's as good as De Gea? Probably not, but I think Henderson's a good goalkeeper. He can play if that's what Ole Gunnar Solskjaer decides. I think he'll go for the same back four. I think we'll see McFred in this game. It's a game against the traditional top six. Why would we not? Why would Ole Gunnar Solskjaer change something that he's done all season long? Especially considering I believe he goes with this midfield double pivot in big games because of what happened last time against Spurs. So I have like no doubt we're going to see this double pivot against Spurs today. I then think out on the wings, we're going to see Rashford, we're going to see Bruno, and I think that's where we're going to see Paul Pogba as well. I think he's moved Paul Pogba out to the wings against Liverpool, against Manchester City before. So I don't see why he wouldn't do it again today. And then I think we'll go with Cavani up top. I think Ole Gunnar Solskjaer has said has proven he likes Cavani. I don't think Cavani has really ever played well when he started. I mean, there's of course going to be a few games here and there, but on the large, I don't think he's played well really when he started, Cavani. But look, I hope to be proven wrong today, and I hope he can have a great game, Cavani, and can get us a goal or two and win us this game. And then finally, just on the actual match, look, this Spurs side, despite the fact they're managed by Mourinho and they are a defensive side, they will cause us problems because they've got Harry Kane, they've got Heung-min Son, they've got Lucas Moura, they've got Gareth Bale. They've got players that can really challenge our defence. And look, Harry Kane's a goal scorer. You give him a chance, he'll probably score it. So we have to be on our guard. We have to be at our best if we want to keep a clean sheet and then even just win this game. What I would say though is Spurs' defence, it is beatable. You can score past them. I don't think it's the strongest of defences. Mourinho has struggled to make this a titanic defence like he did for Manchester United as well. And look, lastly, Mourinho has a chip on his shoulder. Mourinho wants to get top four, wants to beat Manchester United. That's a recipe for disaster for us. But because I'm a biased Manchester United fan, despite the fact I can see this being a classic Manchester United Mourinho versus Ole game where both teams sit back and defend and are happy to try and get a 0-0 draw and try and hit on the counter-attack and try and steal something if you can, I'm going to go for a Manchester United 1-0 win because I'm a Man United fan and I want to be positive. Anyway, if you have enjoyed, please do hit that like button below and subscribe if you are new and you haven't already. Please do make sure you tune in for the watch along. That link will be down in the description below. The details for that are on my side. I believe it's a 4:30 kickoff, so the stream will start around 4ish. But yeah, that will be it. Thank you all for watching and I will see you all in the next one in a bit. Peace.